sounds. Hello. Hello. Let's move him here and move me here. Oh, has this worked? Let me go log in Twitter. I'm not used to this keyboard. Hello? Hello, I don't know how I sound, so I'm being really quiet until I know if I need to like adjust the volume. Also the mic stand, the mic doesn't have a mic stand, so I propped it up inside a box. Hello. Shannon Rachel, thank you for subscribing. How do I sign in? Sign in to Twitter. Well, it definitely worked. At least I know that much. Dude, how them clicky sounds. That sounds like it should be a satisfying keyboard. I need a code. Hello, how's it sound? I'm being like kind of quiet because I don't know how this sounds. That is the loudest keyboard ever. This is so much louder than my keyboard. Hello. I can adjust things as we see fit. This is in light mode. I'm going to change that. How do I change that? Display. Dim. I don't do lights out. Lights out's too dark. I do dim. Cool. All right. Looks like it worked. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. The audio's perfect. I'm not going to touch it then. Can you turn it up a little bit? I can turn it up a little bit, but should I bother? Should I touch it at all? Because it is quiet. Okay, people are saying it's a little quiet. I did it a teeny bit. How's this sound? Is this better? Is this okay? Your hair looks different from last stream. It might be the color. It might be that I'm having an awful hair day today and it's honestly killing me. The air keeps curling my hair. I went and straightened it a bit before I went live because I've been out in the sea air messing with it. Is this okay? Can't hear. It's only coming out of the left ear for everyone? I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to do anything about it. Should I go back to where we were before? Does that do anything? Which knob am I even touching? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know. I didn't expect there to be a problem. I don't know how to fix it. Bring microphone closer. It's in a box currently, propped inside of a box. I can bring it. That might not sound nice. How's that? Is that better? Is it still coming out of only the left ear? Hi, Jack. Is the mic fully plugged in? Jesus, I don't even know where it's plugged in. Let's figure it out. If I unplug it, though, I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch it. It might be awful to hear anything about it. It's definitely plugged all the way in the box. Now I leave propped. How did I have this? Now it's not gonna. Oh, I can't make it stay up now. Let me put him back. Okay. Is it? Oh, okay. It's still working. I put him back in the box. Now let's see where his origin plug is plugged. It's in here. It is all the way in. It's all the way in into like a little thing, a little guy. That's gain. That's the one I was touching. Bruh, this is gonna be a rough stream. It might not be the longest. We can't hear you. You can definitely hear me. Anyone who can't hear at all, that's a different problem. I don't know how to make it not be just in the left ear. Only faintly? Very quiet. I can raise the gain. Oops. That knob should have been gain. So this should be louder, but it's still only going to be in one ear. I don't know how to do anything about it. Change audio from stereo to mono in settings. Let's see. Let's see if we can do that. I don't even know that it's not on the correct one, honestly. 100%. The volume should be good. We just need to make it a different ear. Is it still only in the left ear? It's just quieter now? Wait, did I fix it? I didn't touch anything really. It's better, but still definitely quiet. I can put it up. I can put it even louder. Still a bit quiet. That's an easy one. That's an easy one for me to fix because I have been directed to where the gain knob is, but I can't make it go into the other ear. How's that? I did it louder. I can keep turning the gain up. That's going to be easy. That's an easy thing to fix. You like my little fairy lights? I tried to make it cute. I tried to make it like a little bit cute. It's still only left ear. See, this is a problem I don't know how to fix. That one's gonna be... I should have tested the audio. You know what? I'm really not smart. I can go louder. Okay, but I can't change what ear it's in. I'm gonna have to figure this out for next time. We might not stay live for too long actually. Because what mic is it? Bro, I don't even know. I don't want to touch it because I finally got it kind of like propped nicely. I have someone who can help. I can be helped. Reinforcements. Hello? Hello, it's only coming out of one ear. What's the problem? Okay. Yeah. There is not. Oh, well, there's down mix 2 mono. Flick that on. Okay, chat. Is it fixed? Are we in the correct? It worked. It worked. There's like it already worked, I think. It worked? Thank you. Bye. I'm a tech genius. I could have figured it out myself. It's still quiet. I can raise that. That's not a problem at all. Here, how is this? We're just gonna fiddle. Now I don't have to end the stream too early. You know what else is fun about the room that I'm in? The floor is crooked. So if I roll myself up to here and then let go. Oh, I found a nice little niche in the floor actually. Oh, here I go. Here I go. I can stay here though. This is the middle. Oh, I'm going more. So we're good now. I'm rolling too far away now actually from the microphone. Are we good? Does it sound good? Wait, if I'm gonna be... I should move the box closer. That I propped it up inside of a box because otherwise I would have had to hold it. So I made my own... I'm gonna move it. Everyone get ready for the sound of it sliding. This is good. Okay. Okay. Are we happy? Are we satisfied? Is this good enough to talk for like an hour or so? I don't have anything else set up on here yet. oh my god, there's a lot of people here. I'm gonna get Minecraft set up so I can do Empires stream, but today we're just gonna do chatting because we just got my Streamlabs set up. I will never be satisfied, all right? We can't win with May Marwig. Angie Baby, thank you for... I gotta move some things around actually. This is pretty good. This is pretty good now. I'm a little bit crooked at the desk because I've decided to center myself instead of the camera. I need it closer. I need to sit closer to the mic. That means I need to move. I don't need the keyboard in front of me. What dot? The dot is pointing at me? I'm being given more technical help, but I don't know. I need to sit closer to it. We might have to get a mic stand. I think that's going to have to happen. Let me move this here because I don't need this in front of me. And if I put the microphone here instead, I'm so sorry. There should be dot on the microphone that's in front. The thing is, it's not on a stand, so I can't put it up to face that towards me. I'd have to hold it. Needs to be close enough to touch with your tongue. I think we might have to get a different microphone or a stand because I can't do that. I moved it closer to me, but there's not really a position I can have it the way that it's set up to be closer. I can turn the microphone around and talk down at it. Would that work? Sorry for... Oh, I don't think that'll work. There's not enough to prop it all the way up. I'm gonna go search for another box. I'm gonna do a little box searching, but I think we're either gonna need to get an actual mic stand or a different microphone. I'm going to disappear behind the wall for a moment. I'm going to craft. Like Minecraft, I'm gonna craft something here. But I just don't think I don't think this will work really very well. I could come with my microphone next time. Let's see. This is what I need to be facing me, but there's just not really... Sorry about the sounds you're gonna hear. There's just no good way to do this. How's that? It's at least propped up more. And I can sit as close as I can, but I can't really... That should be better, at least. I'm not going to be able to get it perfect, because there's just not really a way to do that with boxes that I have at my disposal. I'm going to just tuck this in here. That might help. You know what? I'll take good enough for the first stream. I'll take good enough. That's a hype train. Holy cow. This is why I wanted to do this as an experimental stream, to see what would need some rearranging and sorting for the next time, but this is perfect for this time. The thing is, with where I've had to put this microphone, I can't use the mouse anymore. Anxious Angelique, thank you for the prime. Robin wants to go to space, thank you for 11 months. James, thank you for gifting a sub. 3 at my shorts, thank you for 2 months. And for gifting a sub. Space Fox, thank you for the prime. Let me read through these really quickly. This must be better, at least. It's not going to be perfect, but it's definitely better. Chaotic Olivia, thank you for 2 months. James, thank you for gifting 2 subs. Mr. Zout, thank you for 14 months. Hannah Nell, thank you for the prime. Starlord, thank you for 14 months. Lady Roderick, thank you for the prime. Anna Marie, thank you for 20 months. Holy cow. Peacemaker, thank you for 3 months. Rainy Weather Fox, thank you for 15 months. Meteorite, thank you for 8 months. Tilda Rachel, thank you for 13. Brooke, thanks for subscribing. Drea, thanks for the prime. You are special boy, thank you for the prime. Way better. It's no Ethan camera stream, but it'll do. That, I mean, we really peaked with getting my camera set up to a much, much nicer one at my house. That was really a much needed upgrade. It looks so good now, that camera. Peachy Maddie, thank you for the prime. Definitely Not Gracie, thank you for 2 months. It's Shannon, thank you. Shannon Rachel, thank you for subscribing. Okay, we're caught up. TikTok, thank you for gifting a sub. Iridium, thank you for gifting 2 subs. And Daniel, thank you for subscribing. There we go. This is good. This is exactly what I needed for being able to stream. We're gonna get, there's some fiddling to do around with because as of right now, I would not be able to play Minecraft. So we got to do a little bit of work on it. But at least we have fairy lights. I had to be aesthetic. We had to at least have some aesthetic fairy lights. At the least. Are you going to vlog your trip? No, I do not do vlogging like that. I've never really done that before. Not really my thing. Lisa, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. It'll need a little bit of fixing up. Just a littlest of bits. I'm just not I'm not able to play Minecraft this way, and I do have to do that. Although I have other friends, I can always borrow their setups if I really needed to play Minecraft specifically until I have maybe a little bit more fixes to some things. The fairy night lights are nice. I want to put up a little plant here too. I want to have a little plant. Did you bring your entire setup? No, this is not my setup. This is not, if it was, I might be able to know how to fix things, but these are not my things, which is why I don't know how to fix anything. And I still have not been to Tesco. But you know what? I did go to Spoons. That was good. How has your day been? It's been pretty good. The weather has been pretty cold. Not too bad, though. Nothing I can't handle. Got a nice winter coat. The air is curling my hair like no other, though. I did straighten it right before stream, though, because I didn't like how it looked. It was all messy. Our Only Hope Pun, thank you for 6 months. I really appreciate it. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. I can't click things. When is MCC and are you going to be in it? I'm in every MCC. However, you have to follow the MCC Twitter because they're going to announce dates there. It's freezing in the UK. You know what? It's actually not been that bad. I didn't even need my coat half the days that I went out. It was pretty okay. More Gigi, thank you for 5 months. Thank you for subscribing. I also forgot to bring my headphones down here to try and listen out of the headphones because I'm going to put on a little music. I could put on a little music and you just tell me what the volume sounds like because I can't hear it. Next time I'll bring my headphones down. I just forgot. I left them upstairs. I'm going to try to... Oh, you know what? I'm not in mod mode in the chat to remove things that shouldn't be there. Show mod icons. Okay, good. At least I'm logged in this time. Please start Minecraft. My dude, we're not playing Minecraft today. We are doing a chatting stream today. Come back if you'd like to watch Minecraft another time. Because we will be doing Empire streams. I'll have to figure it out, and probably some Softcrest streams. But today is just going to be chatting. I don't have the ability to do anything more right now. How's your sleep schedule? Actually been really good. I think coming here, I've never had a problem with my sleep schedule. I sleep on the plane. I leave at nighttime in LA, sleep the whole way on the plane, which is like 10 hours, and then arrive mid-afternoon, and I just stay up till like midnight, 1, 2 a.m., and I'm already on UK schedule. It's really never been that hard. Going back is harder, I think, to adjust back to LA time. I like your background. Thank you. It's got little fairy lights. I want to put like one little plant. What else could we, what kind of floor thing can I put to be interesting other than a plant? James, thank you for gifting a sub. I want that like little bit of green here. Like a baby banana leaf or, what's the one I have in my bedroom? I don't know what plants are called. Monstera. That would be cool. One of those like right over here in the corner. That'd be lovely. Please refrain from spamming the chat. Please and thank you. Nutmeg, thank you for the 100 gay biddies. Thank you so much for the bits. I love just chatting streams. Me too. I'm going to figure it out for Minecraft because we got Empires to be played. I only have a few more episodes coming out of it, so we're going to be doing a couple more Empire streams probably while I'm here. And then maybe I could put like, maybe I could get like a little shelf and put a little neon light on it just right here, and then a little plant right. What if I got a mushroom neon light, like a little battery one, just to stand on a like teeny little shelf? I have ideas. I have thoughts. We're gonna make this a nice home away from home setup, nice and cozy, comfy vibes. Dude, have you got COVID? Nope. Test good. We're all clear. You have to get a mushroom lamp now. I've been wanting one. Just like a little like store-bought, where do you buy neon lamps? I could find one. And I don't even need it to be a mushroom. Just like a cute little lamp. Cute little neon. A rainbow. One that says hello. One that you can buy in like a Barnes & Noble. Did they have that here? When are you going to play Phasmophobia? I'm not sure. But the whole group is out here in the same place now. I'm not set up to be able to do any gaming just yet. We're going to have to sort out a mic stand before I can do that. Or we just really need an arm. I think I'm just going to go on Amazon and order an arm. That should probably be able to come within a couple days, and we're good to go. I don't need to worry about much else after that. Get a little plant, get a little arm, get a little itty-bitty baby bookshelf with a little neon sign on it or something. Boom. There is no Barnes & Noble? Okay, then, it's something else then. We'll go somewhere else that might sell neon signs. They're selling arms on Amazon now. Oh boy. Are you taking the furniture back? Absolutely. No. Why would I do that? This is not mine. Oh man. How long are you staying for? Till about the end of the month, I believe. I like to leave to other countries and not book a return, so I never really know 100%. But I will be staying till the end of the month, roughly. And then going back home. IKEA. That's where I can... Do they sell little neon signs at IKEA? Actually, I think they do. Like in the bedroom, like kind of kids' bedroom accessory kind of area. Right? They have one of those? I think they have one of those. Am I okay? Fan arts. Absolutely. In fact, if you do any fan art, please tag me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, anywhere that I have an account that you could tag. Those are pretty much all three. I would love to see it. I would love to. I think Primark does. Ooh, I can go there. That's a place that's manageable to go to. That would be fun. Do. The Otter Boy, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Also, Riggs, thank you for the tier 2 sub. Appreciate you subscribing also. I think once I get a little boom arm. In fact, let me just look now if there is one on Prime for like the one I have back home is a Rode, and I think I bought it on Amazon. Rode boom arm. Do we have the Prime? Let me switch. I am in the LA Amazon. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for me. Boink. Let's see. Sorry. Sending message. Psycho Ray Gar, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. I'll figure out which one to buy later. It's probably this one. This is the one I have back home. Swivel mount, Rode, microphone boom arm. I can get this one by Friday? That's not the correct one. I'll figure that out later. Okay, good to know. Good to know I can get it. And then we're gonna get a little. I think tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a little look-sees for. I think a little plant here, so you could just see the little green leaves, and then like baby IKEA bookshelf, like just the 2 cubby tall, because this is not a really tall space. Just to put a little neon light on, make things a little interesting in the background. I think that'd be nice. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be lovely. You know what I don't have to do? Anyone who does any hydrate command, I will tell you now I don't have water, so that's not going to happen today. Use your channel points at your own risk. I don't have water. You know what they don't do in the UK is give you water automatically at the table, which it's the only thing that gets me to drink so much water is every time they refill it, I drink all of it, and then they come back and they refill it again, and then I drink all of it. They don't do that here very much. You look so crisp. Do I? Is it good? Is it crispy? It's not the home crispy camera, but it's a good crispy camera. It's better still than the Logitech one I had 2 setups ago. Hydrate, don't hydrate. Hannah, bring it in for a hug. We hydrate, but I don't have a water with me to drink. Next time, I will get a water bottle so I can do that. And I will chug water at the end of the stream to make up for anyone who did redeem hydrate and I didn't drink any water this whole stream. Who are your favorite music artists? I would big recommend you to go to the Spotify link down below the stream. If you're on, I think on mobile, it's still down there in like the little, what is it called down there? The little panels. There's one with Spotify that has a playlist that I update pretty frequently. I haven't updated it recently very much, but that's got all the music I've been listening to lately. So that's pretty good. Remember, if you do spam the same question over and over again, you will find yourself timed out. Just remember not to spam the same things. If I'm not answering it, we're going to move on. I love this sweater. Me too. I've worn it too many times. It's my second favorite sweater that I've now worn too many times. And someone's going to start calling me out and being like, you wore that last time. And I'm going to say, I washed it because I own it. Where's your sweater from? Urban Outfitters. Urban Outfitters. It's always Urban Outfitters. It's almost always Urban Outfitters. I did buy a new sweater, though. That is not from Urban Outfitters. I got to do some shopping. I did come here with only a carry-on and not enough clothes for the entire time I'm staying because I planned to buy clothes here to then leave. Honestly, traveling with only a carry-on was to a whole other country, but only having to travel with a carry-on was the best experience ever. I hate lugging around a giant piece of luggage. And now everywhere I go, I think I did a pretty good job of bringing enough pieces of clothing that I could wear multiple different outfits, and then I'll only repeat them like once. I think I have enough clothes to only repeat every outfit once and then be ready to come home. Not bad. I didn't do a video out of it, though. That didn't end up happening. I packed so last minute. I packed 1 hour before I had to leave. As Luck, thank you for subscribing. Dragwolf, thank you for subscribing. There's sounds happening outside. I don't really know what that is. Do you hear that? Because I don't know what that is. That's okay. You should bring an empty luggage so you can put all the outfits you buy. Well, they're staying here. That's why I came here with one little carry-on. Oh, that was just some like kind of car moving by the window back there. I don't have any idea. I have no clue. Were you able to make a vlog for the second channel? No, I was gonna do I don't know which one you're referring to. I didn't end up being able to do the makeup one before I ended up leaving, and then I didn't do one of the outfits of like my suitcase because I did pack 1 hour before I left. I left it to the absolute last second. Dens, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate you subscribing. That was an odd sound. How we doing? I'm so glad I could go live. And now we know all the things that I need to like really settle this little space. Really the only absolute necessary thing is an arm for the mic so that I don't have to prop it into a box or hold it. And that's going to be the easiest thing to get my hands on or just order. And then keyboard and mouse are all set up. I might get the mouse that I have. I'm the pickiest with mice. I've been using the same mouse for the last 4-5 years. They don't even make it anymore, and I keep having to buy either refurbished or just extra money to buy the one that I like so much because I like this specific mouse from Logitech so bad. But I'm also picky with mice because I like wireless. I'm super particular about wireless mice. Mice? Mouse. Mice. Are you moving in with Scott? No, I am not. I do not live here, and I am not living here. Just coming to visit. Just coming for a visit. The flight was really good. I had one of those front seats that don't have a screen, right? Like I didn't have anyone sitting in front of me, but then I had my own pop-up screen from underneath the seat. That was the coolest because I didn't have to deal with somebody reclining into me. I thought you were outside by a fence. I thought I was outside walking. What is it called? I wish I had a walking setup, like one of the kinds that you can go walking around with. That would be cool. Am I sitting too far away? Because I've now relaxed myself back into the chair and I'm far away from the microphone that I should be pretty darn close to, I was told. Wonk. Yeah, I'm super picky with specifically a wireless mouse. One that has many buttons for my many MMOings that need many buttons. KYR Scarlet Louise, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate you subscribing. Thank you so much. As long as it sounds good. We're going to get an arm, and I'm going to put this bad boy directly in my face. I'm going to mount it right over here. I think we're going to switch out the desk, too, because it was just the easiest available for the time for me coming to get set up. Cool. I'm glad we sorted that issue. Vin Buns, thank you for subscribing. Neat. And then we're gonna build a tree on Empires. I don't know how that's gonna go. I've never built it. I don't think I need it to be too big. It just needs to be big enough to look significant among regular oak trees. In fact, let me do a quick Google. I can't move the mouse actually. Oh, I can hardly move the mouse. Let's do a Google image of. Actually, do you remember anyone who was here for one of the other Empire streams? I showed off this white tree. I don't even need it to be the white tree specifically, but I can build that tree. I think I might build actually even the white one. That's what we'll do. I think I ended up saving it on my phone. I agreed to something and I don't know what it was. That way I don't have to, because I was really nervous about how long it was going to take me to build this big tree. I think we're just going to build the, that white one from that. It could even be white. That could be fine. I think it would look better being like a regular oak tree, but did I save it in my phone? Let's see. It was from Instagram. I want to take more pictures while I'm out here too. We're not going to see any new or interesting outfits while I'm out here because I did have a limited amount for like buying. But tree. Rose Artist, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I forgot my train of thought so fast. Let's see if I have it in here. I screenshot. Do you want to know what is the most filling in my phone? Is screenshots of apartments from Instagram that I'd love to put on Tumblr to be able to reblog it into my Tumblr, but I don't want to just take the picture and post it. I forgot what I was looking for again, and I might have skipped it. I think it was back here. I might have to do Google to find it again, actually. I don't know if I saved it, but I screenshot so many pictures of apartments that are so nice in my phone. Follow me on Tumblr for really nice apartment-looking things. I keep scrolling and forgetting to pay attention for the picture that I need to look for, and then I have to go back and start over. Anybody else? Anybody else do that? I also don't remember who's calling me. No, thanks. I don't want any. I'm getting distracted by just all the fun things I have in my camera roll. Nikki B. Picky, thank you for subscribing. Rose Artist, thank you for the year. Thank you so much. I want to take more pictures while I'm here, though. Just like out and about. As long as I get so self-conscious. Oh, I went too far. There's no way. How long ago did I find this tree, though? Because it was on Instagram. Ages ago. I'm going to... Let me try on Google. Let me try Minecraft. I know it's on Instagram, though. But I'm going to try and do a Google on it. Maybe it'll just... Oh, I found it. Should have just started with that. Okay, cool. I'm going to build one like these. Yeah. Okay, next time I stream Minecraft, which might not be the next time I stream, but the next time I stream Minecraft, we're going to build like a really nice tree in the center of the forest that we're living in. Ooh, I found one that has shroom lights in it that's really pretty. You know what's going to be a real big pain in the butt is... You know what? I don't want to give a spoiler for my plan for the story. I do, however, think I want to fly home to grab shroom lights for this build to make the tree glow from the inside, and that's going to be a pain in the butt to go back home and then back to the forest where the wolves are. But we have wings, and we do still have some fireworks. As long as we go there and come back in a good quick... I found a really good trunk build, actually. This is not going to be that bad. It's not going to be that hard. Non-lethal error, thank you for subscribing. All right, I was nervous about building this tree, but it just has to be stand out enough apart from the regular oak trees. And then we also have to find a horse. That's going to be all in one stream. I think it's actually not going to take as long as I'm worried it will. Let's hope there's a horse nearby. We're going to have to make it, we're going to have a new dire wolf. So the plan, where the storyline is going, we're going to go into, we found our forest for living, at least for the time being with the wolves. But we're going to go into the center and find a big tree with a mother wolf, and it's going to make us realize that the forest that we moved into, I mean, we can kind of already imply or have implied that it was dying from the corruption in the first place. So that tree is long gone from our forest. But then we realized, oh, all the forests have these big trees and a dire wolf in each one with packs of their own wolves. We're going to leave her there, though. We're not going to try and take her. We're just going to get wisdom from her And then, you know, we'll continue our journey from there wherever it's seemingly going. I know it's going, but I don't want to spoil it. Are you gonna get new wings? No, because I don't think we have the most, I don't think we have enough time to commission a new set of wings. Plus, the wolf spirit doesn't fly. So as much as I would have loved doing dragonfly wings for her, she doesn't fly because wolves don't fly. And she can't bring her wolves with her if she flies, so it's not something she does. However, behind the scenes, we are going to be flying. We're going to go fly home and get materials because to get them naturally would be a big pain in the butt, and I'm not going to do that. Wish we had a shrub emote. There is one. It's not the shrub that we know and love, but there is actually, I believe, an emote called Shrub. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's got the little sprout on it. Don't I? From Among Us? Is that a thing? Josie, thank you for subscribing. Kathy, there it is. What is it called? What did I name it? I can't move the mouse much. It is literally called Shrub. That was my Among Us hat for like one time. But there's Shrub with just a little leaf coming out of her head. Kathy, thank you for subscribing. Sooks4, thank you for the Prime. Thank you so much. You know, I'm a big dummy. I'm going to get like the littlest little like white IKEA table because I think white will make a nice pop. There is a lamp on the desk that needs a bulb. That's just an orange globe. We don't need... knocked down my tripod that I've built out of boxes. That'll be cool as like a little background. I might want to buy a dimmer to put it on or something. Or I'll just find... we'll see. We'll do a little shopping. Maybe a little IKEA trip. Buy some cute things. Maybe a Primark trip because I like it there. I think it's fun there. And that's going to be perfect. Exactly perfect. Was that a bowling ball? Could have been. Truly could have been. Looks like one. DIY tripod. Honestly, it works. Other than taking up half of the space and it's right in front of me where my mouse is, so I can't use the mouse and I wouldn't be able to play a game with it this way. Other than that, the box works. How long are you staying? Just till the end of the month. And then we'll be back in my setup. I've got a lot of traveling plans for like work stuff already this year, which is kind of exciting. We all knew I'm already going to be going back to France for the thing. I still can't tell you what it was, but I will be going back for it in a little while. Work is calling me to other countries these days, which is very exciting and really cool. And I can't wait to tell you why I was in Paris, but I still can't. But I'm going to go back, and that's going to be really cool. And I'm also going to get like an extra day or two to like actually see things. I only got to see the Eiffel Tower from my window from the hotel room. But next time, I think what they're actually planning to do for me and the others involved is bring us there to see it up close in person, like have a day to bring us around two places and feed us and stuff, which is really exciting. Do you know when you can tell? I literally don't. It might literally not be until I'm there again, because I think that's when I go back is when the thing is announced. And I don't think I'm going to be able to tell you any sooner than that, so it might be a while. And I'm going back in March. Well, we'll all hang in there. Trust me, it's killing me to have to hold it in just as much as it's killing you to not know. If not more, because I'm so bad at keeping my own surprises and secrets to myself. I'm really awful at doing that. I always want to spoil my own surprises. Never anybody else's, though. You can trust me with a secret, but if I have my secret of my own, horrible at keeping it because I get so excited about telling people the thing that I have to surprise them with. I'm also a good gift giver, which is why I get so excited about it. Personally, self-proclaimed good gift giver, in my opinion. Also been told, though, that I am good at that. Ooh, did you hear that? Was that close enough to the microphone to hear my neck crack? I'm actually super digging this little space here. I think I might adjust the angle ever so slightly so that I'm a little taller. The desk, unfortunately, has this part hanging down, so I can't fully put my legs underneath it, so I'm sat a little bit far away. I'm really excited. Doing this stream and seeing like just what little things I want to adjust to it, it doesn't need much. I want it to be super simple, and it already is like damn near perfect. Crunch. Crunch. What's the best gift you've ever given? I keep thinking that it depends on the person. I think I've never given one great gift. It's always, I've given like, my best gift to my dad, specifically, I think, was getting him the record player with all of his favorite like 90s artists on vinyl, and like 80s and stuff because he's old. I got a gift for somebody that I haven't gotten to give them yet because I haven't received it yet. In fact, let me check when that's going to be arriving at my house. That one I think is going to be one of my absolute best, but I can't tell you what it is because I haven't given it to them yet. I think I did get an update from them that they're catching up on orders. Okay, the turnaround is like 4 to 5 weeks from the time my thing was submitted, and it was submitted about 2 to 3 weeks ago, so a little bit more time. That one's gonna be a cool one. I'm just good at getting things that are personally good for the people I'm getting it for. I'm good at gift giving. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Where'd you get your necklace? Urban Outfitters. Same as the sweater. It's my new favorite necklace. I also have 2 of my fidget rings on. Ain't that just fun? I kind of want to buy another one because they have a new kind that's like a new style of fidget ring, and I really want to get that. What's behind you? It's one of them big, like, folding screens, like just a standing room divider screen. I think when I put a little green over here with a plant and a little white shelf to brighten things up with a little light on it, done. Perfect. Flawless. Exactly what I need for my little away setup. And I got the little fairy lights, which is just the cutest little touch to it, I think. Any IRL streams? I have never done an IRL stream and have absolutely exactly 0 plans to do any IRL streams. Have been on them, I think would confidently say would not do them myself. I have 0 intention to. Gabby Lena, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Are you okay with hugs if a fan meets you? Yeah, if you ever meet, but rule of thumb, if you meet a creator in person, you can always just ask them. And honestly, if they're like, you know what, it's COVID, a little too personal, wouldn't appreciate it, then you just be like, all right, that's cool. But you can always ask. That's always totally cool. Felix Halliday, thank you for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. What's the new type of fidget ring? It's by the same people that make these ones, and it's called the Rachel ring. And the gears are shaped like a flower, and all of the bits that it like scrolls between are more like scalloped, and it's super cute. It's really pretty. I think it's nice. I think it's really nice. Backdrop reminds me of the Ripside. It does, except it's not like a whole scene with a mountain in a color, but I haven't had a wall behind me for a stream setup since then. Ember, thank you for subbing with your Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I mean, this is an IRL stream, isn't it? I mean, I think what they meant is like a walking around one, and if not, that's what I read it as, and my bad. Really, the only IRL streaming I do is this, sitting and chatting. My favorite thing to do. Are you okay with pictures one? Again, rule of thumb, just go up and ask. I'm okay with it, but would honestly still appreciate every time someone comes up for them to ask first rather than to just snap one. Especially, definitely ask every time before you take a picture, of course. But you can know if you come up to me to ask. I will say yes, but just always ask. When were you in Paris? When was I in Paris? Was that last month? That was December. I was in Paris in December, but I didn't go anywhere. I literally left the hotel only to do the thing I was there for. Here's what happened with Paris. I couldn't stay any longer than absolutely necessary for the thing that I was doing because I had to come immediately back to LA to do MCC. I literally called that trip short, but still was able to do it just so I could participate in MCC because I've never missed one. If it didn't work out where I could have done both, I was absolutely going to do Paris and have to miss an MCC, the first one ever. But I didn't want to have to do that. So I literally flew in. I left LAX on the 8th at nighttime. Or like afternoon, evening. Landed on the 9th I must have left at night. Because I landed on the 9th kind of in the afternoon, evening. Slept by 6 p.m. actually. So I landed about 4, I think, got to the hotel and ended up sleeping at 6. Woke up at 5 a.m., stayed awake until I was Actually, I think I woke up at 3 a.m., stayed awake, ordered a McDonald's to the hotel room until I was needed on the scene of the workplace, the scene of the crime, which was at 7 a.m., I think they needed me. Went, did my thing at 7 a.m., and then I was wrapped by 1:30 because I needed to make my flight, which was at 4. And so from the place that I was doing this job, was whisked away to the airport immediately. That was my entire stay in Paris. I didn't get to see a thing. I didn't get to go anywhere. I didn't eat anywhere other than ordering McDonald's. It was bad. No offense to France, but the McDonald's sucked. It was also raining, so it came in wet and cold. So that might have been the problem. But yeah, I literally arrived, got to my hotel, went to sleep, woke up, did the job, and left. Didn't even go back to the hotel room. And then went home and played MCC. I got home at 2 in the morning, slept, and woke up to have MCC in time at noon in LA. Next time I get to have some extra time to spend, and I could have if I wanted to skip MCC, but I wouldn't allow it. I had to do MCC. I haven't missed a single one. I won't do it unless it's absolutely necessary. But I did get to see the Eiffel Tower from my hotel room, at least. More than I could have asked for that trip of absolutely no time to do anything at all. That was also the longest. When I came back to the United States and went through border control, the guy was like, where are you coming from? I said, France. He said, how long were you there? And I said, 2 days. And he said, for pleasure? And I said, absolutely not. I was there for work. It must not be that uncommon to fly all for 12 hours to another country and then 2 days later do the same flight all the way back just for a job. That must happen to people. Rachel Harris bringing in for a hug. I can't be the only one that's done that. It is a little bit extra, though. A little bit unheard of. But business happens all over the place. I don't know. People fly for business. Do they do 10-hour flights to France for one business meeting and go back to America? I do. Certainly me. Flight attendants do. But I definitely was not a flight attendant and did not look like one. And I was not going to lie to border control, that's for sure. But I was like, I was there for work. The fact that he went was I just there to visit for fun first? Why would I do that for fun? A quick 2-day trip somewhere on a plane? Sure. Not one that's an 11, 12-hour flight. No. I'm just glad that I got there on a one-way, because if I had to stop, too, that whole journey was going to be so much worse. Actually, I did stop. Wait. I stopped in Georgia on the way back. The flight there was direct. It was a bit wild. I had a layover in Georgia, and that's where my plane was delayed by a long time because these 2 guys refused to wear their masks and got kicked off. It was an experience like no other. I have always an experience when I travel such a far way. Something always happens. People are crazy, so who knows? People do be crazy. Like those guys that didn't want to wear a mask and now are on the no-fly list. That wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Not worth it. Whereabouts in England are you? I am in Brighton. It's really one of the only places I've been to while visiting. This is my second time ever even being in England. I went up north last time to visit Lizzie. I think this trip that's not gonna work out, but I'm just glad I got to last time. The fact that I'm here again so soon is kind of wild. Pretty cool. But I've been to London and Brighton and wherever up north I went because I don't remember. Scott drove me there and drove me home. Don't even know where I was. Good guy, Scott. Driving me places. Over to visit Lizzie's haunted house. I will never, if I play any game at Lizzie's house again, if I'm ever visiting, I will never go in the attic again. Attic? Why can't I say the word attic? Attic. I'll never hide up there again. I know. I learned my lesson. I will not hide in any of the cubbies up there. I won't even go up there. It's haunted and I refuse. We do love Scott here. We do. Are you interested in going to other parts of the UK like Scotland or Northern Ireland? Can I tell you a fun story? While Scott was driving me up north the one time, his mom was texting him and Scott was having me respond for him. And then we let his mom know that I was on the phone with her texting, and she said, we were talking about me and I had the phone, and his mom was like, tell her to come by and visit in Scotland anytime that she'd like. And I was like, I'd love to come. So maybe Scotland one time? If Scott would care to bring me to visit his family, but his mother invited me and I thought that was cute and I would like to go. I'd like to visit Scotland. They got sheep there. You know how much I love sheep. They got it everywhere over here, I guess, truly. But is that where they got them cows, the fluffy ones, the orange ones? Is that Scotland? The Highland cows? Is that where they live? Where's Highland? What's that? Where do I go to find them? Because I'd like to go there. Scott's mom was the sweetest. Just from texting, I could tell. Do you drive? I do, just not here. I would like to learn. I'm from experiencing people driving just in Ubers and Scott driving, it's really confusing. The roads are really narrow, and to know where to turn into the correct lane is very scary to me because obviously they drive on the other side of the road. So making a left, it's the closest lane to you, but that spooks me, and I'm so afraid of turning into the wrong lane. I don't want to be going the wrong way on the road. But I think that it's probably something you'd get used to if you did it enough. You and Catherine are both in love with sheep. They're a good animal. Also, in Minecraft, sheep are good. We like them. We keep finding these 2 yellow sheep in our journeys as we travel. Really weird, kind of suspicious. Don't know what that's about. I'm gay, I can't drive. Is that a thing? Like math? Is that also a thing? I can drive. And I can do math. I'm not gay, but I'm LGBT. Is that only... Who does this apply to? Am I the anomaly? Who was I talking to? Oh, Joey. He was trying to do math for something. And me and him couldn't do it. And then I told him about the thing that it's like a thing that gays can't do math. And he didn't know. And it was really funny to tell him that because it was a good moment. Funny. Was funny. At least it's not blood sheep you keep running into. This is true. This is true. At least. It's one of 3. If you're gay, you can't do math, can't drive, or can't sit in a chair correctly. And does this apply to everyone in the LGBT? Not just strictly gay, but also just LGBT? Because then for me, the one is the chair one. Because I can drive, I can do math. Kind of. I used to be really good at math, not as much anymore. You do have to continue to practice math to be good at it, which is a thing I didn't realize, and is definitely true. Do not sit in chairs correctly. I'm always sitting on my feet. That's how I sit in my chair to be tall, is only because I'm sitting on my feet, either both or one at a time. I also like to drape my legs over the arm. That's just fun, and also kind of classy and neat. Is it classy? Maybe not, actually. Maybe legs being draped anywhere is not classy at all, actually. Maybe keep your legs down. But I'm going to put them up. I want to put my legs wherever I damn well please. And this one will be here because I'm sitting up on my feet. Is there really a correct way to sit? I always have to be sitting on a foot. If not cross-legged, pretzel style. Kate Cat Art, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Ugh. You know what? These are the fleece-lined tights. I don't know what happened here. I must have scratched it, and now it looks weird. Oh, yeah, I did. I just did more. Oh, that's forever. So these are not actually sheer tights, though they give the effect of being sheer. They're fleece-lined. These have been saving my cold ass pretty hard. They have been saving my butt out here. However, the ones I ordered on Amazon are really uncomfortable. They're kind of like not made very well. One of them I already popped a hole straight through the toes all the way. So now I just pull it up to my ankle. So I wouldn't recommend some random ones from Amazon. Maybe, buyer beware. Try and find an actual place in a store to buy them perhaps. Or just, I think, a notable brand who are making these. Because mine I wouldn't recommend. But to find a similar one of good quality, well worth it. Because I have one that, these are like kind of the darkest pair I have, the black pair. I have one that are like a brown sheer effect, so they're a little bit lighter and look a little bit more nude. but still look like I'm wearing a thin tone, like brown tone tight. And then I also got like pale ones, skin tone for my skin tone ones. I didn't bring those though because I didn't actually end up thinking I was going to wear them. I don't know why. It would fit in my suitcase just fine, but I didn't bring them. But I like these. I like them a lot. And they're so soft inside and so warm. So warm. Go find a good pair and then tell me where you bought them so I could buy a new pair. Because I popped a hole in the other ones. I pulled my foot through and just went straight through it. It didn't even, no resistance, popped it open. And it isn't supposed to do that. There are some that don't have the toe part. But that's not the kind I bought. However, now they have the missing toe part. Love the fleece tight tangent. They're awesome. If you live somewhere that gets real cold, big recommend. Real big. James, thank you for gifting a sub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for introducing me to Urban Outfitters. There's one near me, and I'm waiting for a good weekend to go there. I feel like they also rotate the stuff that they have in the store super frequently. I'm trying to do more thrift shopping, though. More sustainable kind of shopping, and then every once in a while, a little splurge on an Urban Outfitters trip. I gotta go shopping with Scott because I did come here with a limited amount of clothes. And I think I only have 2 outfits left. No, I have to rotate things around. I think I only have 2 left before I need to do a load of laundry to get clean clothes again. I did buy a new sweater today, though. That was exciting. You know what you got out here that I can't find in America? And maybe it's just because I'm not shopping in the right places and where I should be going is thrift shops for this. You got really, really good, fun, quality, chunky knit jumpers. That's hard to come by, I feel like. I don't find any, like, good chunky knit. I only even recently started finding even good, like, jumper sweatshirts from Urban Outfitters. But a good chunky knit one? You got good ones. I can't find those on the American side. Maybe they surely are out there somewhere. Maybe I'm not shopping in the right stores. Probably would be in thrift stores that I'm not spending enough time looking for them in. But you guys got it, and I can find them anywhere. And it's cool. I should try thrifting. Where I bought the sweater actually was a thrift store, and that was really cool. I gotta wash that before I wear it, though, because I don't like the idea of somebody else's sweat touching me. I also break out so easily. I don't want to get backney from wearing a dirty sweatshirt. I have to do a load of laundry before I can wear my new one, because it's not new. It's thrifted. Your thrifting game here is strong. Maybe I'm going to the wrong places in America. I haven't found anything like super solid out there from the thrifting. The little few times I've ever even gone, you guys do it good. We don't do thrifting, we do charity shop. I have been told that that's what you call that. Sensitive skin, understandable. It's annoying. It's so annoying. Should I get boba for breakfast? I want to get boba while I'm here. Primark is a must. I got a pair of regular tights from there last time I was here. That Otter Boy, thank you for gifting a sub. So I use Curology for my skincare right now, and I'm working with the dermatologist to find a good suitable. You know what always will break me out, though, is traveling by plane. I just will always get an amount of, I got one guy chilling here, and I got a little cluster of ones here. The camera slipped. But I bought also the Curology body wash so that I can battle anytime I get a pimple on my back. Or just anywhere. They show up where they have no business. We've done this discussion before. Just on, like, your arm. Why? You don't belong there. That's not where that's supposed to happen. You're not supposed to get acne just on your forearm. But you do sometimes. It's insane. When is the next episode of Empires out? I think if in the next few days I can get an arm for this mic, next stream that I do after that can be Empires, which will mean after an Empire stream happens, I might need 2 more Empire streams before I have enough for a video. But once the 2 streams happen, the video will be shortly after. I have to buy Sony Vegas on this computer to edit with, but I'm going to do it. I'm actually kind of excited to have like this little workspace because I was worried about traveling so much, especially for work, but also I want to be able to do work. James, thank you for 50. For Boba, can you please fist bump the camera for everyone in chat? Everyone get your fists ready for the fist of bumping. Are you okay with fan stories and fan theories and headcanons for empires? Yes, in fact, I really love to read them. People put them on Tumblr a lot, and it's awesome. Everybody ready? This is for James, though, specifically. There you go. Put your fists up there. Nice. I'm going to get boba later. Oh, I'm excited. All right, my phone's charged. I can keep it by me now. Boink. What's fun is that these are the exact same fairy lights I have back in my house. Just the smaller set, like a shorter set. Well, look at that. Just a little draped. I kind of want to maybe drape them more. I think some of the excess fairy light is actually draped down the back of it. I'm gonna fiddle with it when I get everything. I'm excited that I have this little space. Cool. What would your boba order be? I'm a big fan of matcha boba. I'm a big fan of any kind of coffee boba. I also really like strawberry milk tea boba. I like taro a lot. I really like a lot of bobas. When it comes to boba, I'm a big fan. I'll try any milk tea. I think those are really, really swell. Really good. Big fan. Are you used to the time zone yet? Yeah. I get used to the time zone super fast coming here. Much harder going back. Oh, I tried to crack it again. There's another one chilling in there waiting. Did she just say mocha or did I mishear her? I said matcha. Matcha boba. Did you bring your cat? No. That is a thing you should definitely never do with a cat. Unless you know your cat really well and know that they're chill about flying for 10 hours. Absolutely not. She's not going to do that. My cat would very much not enjoy that trip. I don't think anyways. Maybe I'm wrong, but I definitely wouldn't do that for such a short period of time because I will be going back at the end of the month. It would be a bad time for her for not a long enough period of time. If I came here and stayed for a year, yeah, I would bring her. Coming here for a couple weeks? No. We get cat sitter. We get a cat sitter for that. But, you gotta do the opposite and stay up for 10. I'd have to stay up. We'll see when I go back how easy I can kind of just flip. We'll see. I adjust pretty quickly. I think it's only when I do a lot of traveling in a short period of time. Because last time I came to the UK, I went home to my family on the East Coast briefly after that. And then I went back and I was all over the place messed up. I was super messed up. Is Ethan or H cat sitting? No, I got a cat sitter. When I leave for that long, I feel bad asking a friend to do it. I just get a cat sitter. Do Star and Sakura get along? Absolutely not. I don't bring my cat places. She doesn't meet cats. Not only have I never tried and never will because I don't bring her to other people's houses, most cats, this does not apply to all cats. Any cat owner can chime in with how their cats are. Most cats, it is a big no-no to take them out of their home for any reason. To travel with them, unless it's for like the vet. But to bring them just for like a play date to somebody else's house, cats, at least mine, wouldn't like it. To travel with them if you're going somewhere for a short period of time, they're better off being left in their home. They like to stay in their territory and in their own home where they're comfortable. It's high stress situation to bring them to another home. High stress to bring them to another home of a different cat. High stress to bring them on any long-term kind of a trip, either in a car, train, especially plane. If you do not have to do it, you should not do it for most cats. Some cats are cool. Some cats, super chill about it. Rocket loved going to other people's houses for play dates. Loved going in the car. Loved going in his backpack. Probably would have loved his leash. He's a different case. He's probably a real special occasion exception to that rule. But most cats don't like to be moved around to different. They like to be left in their space. That's why traveling for 2 weeks, even 3 weeks, they'll always be the most comfortable in their own home if you can leave them there. If you can afford to have a cat sitter, have somebody come by, it's always the best case scenario, the best option. Otherwise, if you have no other option, take precautions to make your cat as comfortable as possible while traveling with them. My cat has anxiety, though. My cat I can't bring anywhere because she has anxiety. And I think I did that to her unintentionally. they tell you that you can, if you get a kitten, you can kind of mold the kind of cat you want them to be. I'm going to tell you that's a lie. What instead is going to happen is you are going to unintentionally mold the cat that you not necessarily want. Not that I don't want my cat, but you're going to mold a kind of cat you didn't ask for. And it's going to be based on how you are around them. At the time that I got my cat, I was a nervous wreck. I was very deep, big sad. And now I have a cat with anxiety and stress problems and has to be given CBD oil in her food every once in a while when she's having a bad day. Because that was the kind of existence I was living at the time I adopted a kitten. And so that rubbed off on her. And now me and my cat have anxiety. Would you consider getting another cat? Nope. Zero, no. We already know because I did get a second cat and it did not work out with my first cat. We aren't trying that again. Unless I had a big-ass house with tons of rooms for them to leave each other completely alone, will not happen. We are a solo cat household. She is my queen. She is my one and only, my only child. Although Rocket will always be my son. Would I get a dog? Even bigger no. Even fatter, bigger no to that. Also a bird. Even bigger no than to the dog. I don't see that working out with a cat. Really, I'm not getting another pet. No more asking about animals because I'm just going to keep saying no to every different type of animal we bring up. However, can we have an appreciation for chinchillas for just a moment because they're so cute and really big and fat and like foldy. They got folds and it's nice and cool. They're rotund. And I think that they should be loved more. Anyone in the chat got chinchillas? There's so many cool pets that like I would never have explored and never will probably explore. So many rodents you can have, which is exciting. Ferrets sound dope. Rabbits sound cool. People got snakes. That's cool, I think. I think reptiles are super cool. I used to have a lizard. Sugar gliders? I'd be so afraid having that loose in my house that I'd lose it. Like, what if you don't know where it is? What if you open the door and he just flies out? And then you don't have him anymore and you don't know where he went. I had a hamster once and he got out of his cage. That was a very stressful 3 days till we found him and put him back in. And dude, some people then have whole farm animals. That's a different story though. That's when you're on farm. Unless you just had a chicken for no reason. That's weird. But still cool. There's so many neat kinds of, and any kind of bird is a cool kind of pet. There's just so many neat kinds of pets you can have. Bird kind of freaks me out too because I'm afraid of having a bird loose in my home like that too. But they're smart, man. Some of these kinds of birds be smart. Can mimic. Growing up in New Jersey, we had a lot of mockingbirds. Every time I talk about mockingbirds, I want to say mockingjay because I forget the actual. That's not a real thing. We would have a lot of mockingbirds, and nice, bright and early in the morning, they'd do their thing of mimicking whatever sounds they've been hearing. And in New Jersey, in my part of town, which is not the nicest of parts, they would just be simply mimicking car alarms and sirens at the crack of dawn. That's not fun. They're too smart. Someone needs to show them like some kind of fun tunes, some kind of music or something, but they all have learned how to mimic car alarms because there do be car alarms just going off all the time in New Jersey, in my neck of the woods. Am90, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. They're neat birds, though. Are neat birds. So true in New Jersey. Just car alarms and sirens. And I thought this was just the normal experience of anyone living anywhere. Because then I moved to LA, and that's still the same experience. And then I learned that's not what actually happens everywhere else. It's just by the major cities, which is only the places I've ever lived, by major cities. And the beach. My two musts. Luckily here, I'm by a major city, and your beach has rocks, but it's still a beach. So I'm still following my rule of I can only be places that are within like an hour of a big city and the beach. Chonky Mushroom Frog. Thank you so much for subscribing. I like your username a lot. What's your favorite perfume? perfume shopping and like really sniff out a new scent, but the one that I'm like pretty diehard for, yeah, it's good. Gucci Guilty. It's the most fancy of anything I ever buy regularly. I don't buy designer or very fancy, or my Dior foundation is the only other like really nice product I regularly rebuy. But Gucci Guilty's it smells really good. You want to know why I bought it? Grazer had the male one, like the cologne. I think they smell the same. I'm not really 100% sure, but I liked it a lot. So then I went and sniffed the female one, the lady one, and I really liked it. I don't think they were exactly the same, but that's what made me sniff it, is because that's the kind that Grazer wore, and I was like, I want to have a nice scent, and I was just wearing like body mist from Bed Bath & Beyond or something. Bath & Body. Wrong store. I get those confused a lot. But now I wear Gucci. Anak, thank you for the year. Happy 1 year. Thanks for being here so long. Here's to another one. Here's to another year on Twitch. We're here. We've been here now for 2 years. And it was 2 years 10 days ago, right? Right? Or are we already 1 more month in? I don't remember. What's cologne? Is it American aftershave? What's aftershave? I think those are different things, because aftershave has to do with shaving and cologne doesn't at all. Or is it just called aftershave for no good reason? Cologne is just like a body spray, but I don't know what aftershave is. I think that goes on your face, right? Those are different things, I think. Aftershave is men's perfume. Why is it called aftershave? It has nothing to do with shaving. I don't know. Never used it myself. Though I do occasionally shave my face because it's fun and it actually makes makeup kind of smoother a little bit. So sometimes, but I've never used aftershave because men have to shave. But that doesn't have to do with cologne at all. I don't know. Aftershave after you are done shaving face. But what does that have to do with cologne? You don't have to shave to wear it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Who named it that? It's dumb. New Empires vid? Not yet. We are going to do a stream hopefully very soon once I have the things that I need to stream Minecraft from here. Once we can stream Empires, I think we knock out 2 streams. One building the tree and getting the horse, and then another one to do the role-playing of finding the tree with the horse, which will be a wolf. And then I'll have enough footage to edit a video. And then as soon as I have footage, like 2 days after that, I just don't know when the stream will actually happen. Wolf Spirit stream! We're gonna find a new dire wolf. Spoiler alert. But if you're here for the behind the scenes, you're gonna see that happen. You're gonna see me find a horse and rename it to a dire wolf. So just don't let that ruin your experience. But you are going to experience the behind the scenes of me building a tree and then also doing a stream where I stumble upon it and pretend I've never seen it before. And we're all going to have to deal with that. It doesn't have anything to do with cologne. I think that you might be mistaken, because that's the whole debate here is, are they the same thing? But I don't know. I'm not a man, so I have no idea. Is it just like body spray? It's not anything to do with your face at all, right? Or shaving. It just is something you maybe do after shaving in your routine, but doesn't have to actually do with it, and you don't have to shave to use it at all. It's just a body spray. What's aftershave? I don't get it. I still don't understand. The acting is flabbergasting. You deserve an Oscar. We always pretend. We always gotta pretend. A little bit of acting. We need a little bit of playing the part from the chat too. So anyone who sees the stream of me finding the tree and being surprised, if you were here for me building the tree, don't ruin it for the people who might not have been. We're gonna just all pretend we never seen it before. KK. Cortilli! Yeah, I'll be honest, I have no idea if they are different or the same. Who named it aftershave, first of all? I'm gonna keep wearing my perfume. Also, though, I like to find men's colognes that smell good and wear them. Have you ever smelt a good smelling man and just wanted to smell like that yourself because it's a good smell, and why should it be reserved for the men, and why can't I smell like it if I like it that much? I have bought cologne from Express Men because it smells so good. I believe the one that I bought and liked so much was called Suede. I love when men smell nice, so why can't I smell like men? Nice smelling men. Aftershave is used to soothe the skin after shaving. Oh, then that's an entirely different product. But I think the difference is that in the UK, are you referring to it as a different product than Americans refer to it as? I thought aftershave was something you put on your face, not a body spray. That's what cologne is. But the UK might do it weird because they're weirder than us here. I thought they were two completely different products with different purposes, at least in America, because I think we have aftershave, and I think it's something that you, like, actually put on your face. But cologne is not the same thing. But it might just be different for both countries. I don't know. You know what I do? I do have lots of questions for why you do things weird over here. You call pie that isn't pie. That's my biggest pet peeve. This is my biggest issue with the UK. Isn't aftershave used in that one Home Alone scene? That's what I thought, but that's an American movie, so why would you think that that's cologne? Why would you think they're the same thing at all? Is my question, because coming from America, I'm like, those are not the same thing at all. But maybe they are here. Someone asked what cologne was. I don't know. I don't know. Vampkiss, thank you for gifting a sub. You know what? I don't want to know anymore. I want to not talk about aftershave anymore. What other questions about the UK have I had? Or gripes with things? You like to name things with a bunch of letters you just don't use when you pronounce it. I think that's weird. Why you put them letters in there if you're not going to use them? You also say words funny, and that's hilarious. Honestly, the only thing that reminds me that I'm in a different country is people having an accent. Visually, it's not like I'm not so thrown off other than the driving. You have squiggly lines in the road. That's weird. Elise, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing. Aren't cookies called biscuits in the UK? There's actually a post on Tumblr that I read about how this happened. There being different types of biscuits across the two countries. And it all started with someone making a dumb text post about how there are biscuits and triscuits, which imply a third monoskit. And then someone like broke down how the history of the biscuit ended up where it is and why there are different ones and what happened. And apparently the monoskit is actually just a cookie, because biscuits are baked twice by cookies are just baked once and still are soft and gooey, so would technically be the monoskit. But then we in America ended up with a different type of biscuit. But the purpose of double baking it was to make it, I forget, it was something about preserving it, but then over here we didn't need to do that anymore, so that we ended up with a different type of soft biscuit that ended up being a whole different type of food. Weird. Is Shelby just visiting again, or is she planning to stay longer? Just visiting till the end of the month. And then I'm going to go home, and then I think I'm visiting the East Coast briefly, and then I'm going to go home, and then I'm going to go to France again. I have all these plans to travel for business things, and it's super exciting. And I've never traveled so much in my life, and I'm doing the absolute most to be safe about it because I am having to go so many places. So much plane. So much Europe. Do you plan on ever moving to the UK? Not strictly, but I've talked about it in several different periods of my life, in anger at America sometimes, just Googling, how can I move here for a year if I needed to escape? I would do it. I'd live here for a year, I think. Like a little abroad moment, except I don't go to school anymore. Do a little year abroad. That's not strictly for school, but I only think of going abroad for classes. Are you going to visit New Jersey even though your family doesn't live there anymore? Maybe, because I do have some family who still live there, and I have my friends from college who still live there, and I haven't gotten to go back to Jersey because every time I go home to visit family, they're not in Jersey anymore, so I don't get to see all those people much, and I haven't in a long time. So maybe I'll squeeze that in while I'm there. Would like to try. The UK isn't a nice place to live? Is that coming from someone who lives here and is from here? Because I would... Usually when you're from there, you don't think it's quite as nice, but for someone coming in and visiting for a year of an experience, probably would end up with a different opinion. Maybe after a year, I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm done. But if this is where you're from, I could see that being like oh, is there a bitrate problem? Hello? What has happened? It hasn't frozen on my end. Vamkiss bringing in for a hug. I'm not seeing any problems on my end. Is that Twitch? Let me open up my stream. I have very limited room for my mouse. Bitrate is not the problem. I can 100% guarantee that much. I think that was Twitch. I think Twitch had a moment just then. Where's my stream? Okay, it's muted. Yeah, that was just Twitch having a moment. James! Stay welcome, dudes! Welcome, thank you for the raid. Oh god, I hope whatever lag was happening is gone now. Hello, we're in an experimental setup right now. We have little bits to fix up for the next time. It's my first stream from the UK in this little setup I've hatched. I've created. Welcome everybody, thank you for joining. I have my microphone propped up in several boxes, and it is in the place where my mouse would have needed to be, so I can't use that. And I got a little screen with little lights on it, but I'm gonna get some like extra things. I'm gonna put a little plant here. I'm gonna put a little shelf here with a little this big globe light, which will be a nice warm orange pop in the background. The only thing that I'm like desperate for right now is a boom arm, which I'm gonna order. Should get here in a couple of days, and I got a cute little setup for streaming in the UK. I've come to your country and I plan to stay for a little while. So sorry you couldn't escape in time. Welcome everybody. What about moving to Australia or New Zealand? Now, I'm not trying to move to another country. I'm not trying to. I said I'd live in the UK for a year. I'm not trying to live anywhere else. I would love to visit. I don't believe you're allowed to move to Australia on a whim if you felt like it. I think you have to know. Like, you have to be let in, and they're pretty strict about it. Usually, like, you have to be related or doing a job that they really want you to be doing in their country, but they don't just let you in to live. I also am not just trying to live all over the place. Let me just stick to LA for right now, where I move every year already, and think and dream about potentially living here for a year at some point in my life, possibly. And we'll stop there. I thought you held up a pumpkin. Earlier they thought I held up a bowling ball, which, honestly, one, you're right, it looks like one, and two, I was a varsity bowler, so that wouldn't be so out of character for me. Opinion on Norway. Never been, would like, if you give me any country, I'm just going to say, yeah, I'd love to visit. So let's not go down that road, because that's all that's going to happen. It's just me repeating myself, being like, yeah, I'd like to visit. Yeah, sure, yeah. We will let you in. I actually do have family in Australia. Funny enough, I could go there and seek them out. I don't know how I'm related to them, but I do know I have family there. Can you play on Empires? Today, no. We're not equipped for playing on any Minecraft today. I will be while I'm out here. We're going to get some little things fixed up on my little setup boom arm for the microphone. And then I'll get all my things downloaded on the Empire server that I need, like get all the files and whatnot for the server. And then in a few days, hopefully, I can stream Empires. Tonight is not possible. Create Beauty, thank you for subscribing. Swiss Live V, thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you, guys. You were a what? I was a varsity bowler. I will not be going to a bowling alley and streaming it, absolutely not. But I was a varsity bowler in high school. I was so cool. You believe me, right? I was so cool in high school. I was a varsity bowler. Do you have any plans doing instead? I don't understand the question. I think it's plans other than Empires of things to do. Today, it's just chatting. This is all we're equipped for today. And honestly, we were halfway there. We were hardly even equipped for that at the beginning of the stream. I had so many issues. But we fixed them all. Luckily. Mostly. I still am using a box as a tripod. But that's fine. Remember when I had a box as a desk? Remember when my desk didn't arrive at my apartment 2 apartments ago? Because I move every year. And I used boxes all stacked up on top of each other as a desk for like a month until my desk had arrived from Target. And it arrived broken. That was the worst. That was the worst. But I made it work for that short period of time. I was also still on... Was I on a laptop still then? No, I did. I got a desktop by then. No, I didn't. I was on a laptop still, actually, because I was afraid it was going to get too hot underneath and just light on fire my box desk. Boxes can be used for many things. If you are innovative enough and creative enough, and I am a creative type, you can use boxes for pretty much anything. Any cheap store to buy clothes on. Thrifting! Any store recommendations I make are not going to be cheap stores, unfortunately. But the clothes that are a lot of times just expensive. Hollister got so expensive. Abercrombie & Fitch got super expensive. Urban Outfitters very expensive. But if you're trying to get cheap clothes, thrifting is going to be the way to do it. That's where I get cheap clothes whenever I really want to get into good thrifting. I want to find like people who know the spots in LA for thrifting. Have a little thrifting party, but we all go and just have headphones on and thrift in the store together, but don't actually talk to each other because we're in our zones. That sounds like the most fun day of hanging out with friends to me. I want to do that so bad. But I also need someone to tell me where to thrift at because some places are big misses. You really got to do the work to find. Also, some places on the outside will seem like a miss, but you got to go through every piece of clothes. If you're really in it, you got to take the time. And I'm willing to do that. Pop in, put on some albums, play some music. It sounds like so much fun. Shein has cheap clothes, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you want actual like quality clothing in any sense at all, I wouldn't recommend Shein. They're very, very poorly made. Never really come the way that the picture appears. Like they never come how it looks in the photo. They just are not, I wouldn't recommend it. I do buy occasionally a piece or two from there though because they're like nice for one outfit that I have in mind to wear once. And then that is about it. But I mean, yeah, they got cheap clothes. But I'd probably sooner tell you thrifting if you're willing to put some work into it. Or, I don't know, Target. Target has really great clothes. What are we doing here? There you are. Boop. Thrifting is so great when you learn where to go. Yeah, there's a learning curve to it, I think. I'm a massive fan of Best Dressed on YouTube, and she has some thrifting videos that just... I would love to know where she went because she used to live in LA and would go thrifting there, but now she lives in New York. But I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to make a little thrifting notebook and keep track of the places that are worth going. I got this mushroom set from Shein, and it was good. It's a big gamble, but you know what? You do you. You spend your money where you feel like I'm going to judge. Ain't going to judge. The jumpers aren't good, though. I believe that. Anything that you want, like a good, thick, quality kind of a knit from, Shein's not going to have it. You're going to want to go find that anywhere else. Do you have any stupid phobias? Bugs. That's literally the only one. But also is a big phobia for me. There's not an exception. Don't start listing bugs, please. I don't want to even picture them in my mind at all. I'm just going to tell you right now, there is zero exception. I am afraid of every bug. I don't like them because I wish I could love them, but I am so afraid of them. So, it's a phobia. I can't do anything about it. I'm just so afraid. I don't hate them. I want to be able to like them, but I literally think I'm going to be killed by every bug I see. It's such a deep fear that I like immediately go into a panic. I will cry almost instantly if I see a bug that's anywhere near me. I cannot control it. It's such a shame because I would love to overcome that, but that's hard to do. Don't start saying even blank, question mark, bug. I told you immediately. There is zero exceptions. I don't want to start picturing different bugs in my brain by everyone being like, what about this bug? What about this bug? They all suck. They don't suck. They're just scary. I'm just afraid. I'm just a baby. Simple thing. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. One time my mom was driving me home from high school. She was waiting for me with the sunroof open. So a bug got in, and I didn't know this yet until we were on the highway. This was a very terrifying, like specifically kind of a bug, though. It was like one of them horned beetles. Maybe anybody else would react the same way that I did because that's just objectively a scary bug. Started flying around in the car, and I went hysterical. My mom had to pull over on the side of the highway, and I would not get back in the car unless she found it and got rid of it. I was in tears. And then one time I also, at a zoo, went through the butterfly house. Also ran out the other side being like super hysterical, crying from having been touched by a bug. Just a butterfly. I am afraid, and I can't explain why. There is no explanation to it. Just am afraid. Just am phobia. I think actually that one I'm just gonna hit a real quick ban on that guy. Just real quick. I keep hitting the wrong button when I mean to ban a person instead of just time them out. My bad. Dude, do you have a P.O. box? I don't have any plans to have one for sending any things. I just don't want to. I don't know what to ever do with a large quantity of things if I always ever send them, and I don't want people to send me things because I don't want you to buy things for me. Letters, but I wouldn't be able to limit it to just letters. I know some people would try to send other stuff, and I don't have any plan to. No intention as of now or anytime soon. Pill bugs are cuties. Scared of them. Just can't help it. Just am afraid. I had a moth in my new apartment in the bathroom for the first time that I had to handle by myself, and it was huge, and it was flying around, and I don't know where it got in from, and I still don't know. So if another one comes along, it might find its way in. It was massive. There was a dot on the wall, and I thought it was a bug, and I got scared. And I had to kill it all by myself. I can't even do the thing of getting them in a cup and bringing them outside. I wish I could, because I'd love to not have to kill every bug I see. But because of my deep, deep fear, any bug that is in my home will have to die. I cannot remove them any other way. That is the only way, and I will do it from 10 feet away with a broom or a shoe by throwing it. I cannot get any closer to them to dispose of them without killing them. So they should not come in my home. Or hairspray. Any ones that are flying and I can't manage to lock down and slam. If they just do be flying the whole time, I will get hairspray. That's going to get their wings sticky and then I can kill them. Moths are kind of scary. I mean, all of them are. All of them are. Use a Hoover. No, because then, you want to know why I can't do that either? I'm going to be thinking about it crawling back out the whole time. I will never have a moment of peace not thinking, what if it comes back out the other end of the vacuum? Nope, I have to kill them. I have to know that they won't come back. I have all the strats for killing bugs. I know all the ways to do it where I don't have to get too close and they won't come back. You know what? If there's one that I don't mind, that I mind the least, but if it came too close to me or tried to touch me, I'd still have just an immediate deep fear of it and would begin to cry because I can't explain why. It just is that way for me. Dragonflies, actually. They don't usually come up to you. They're doing their own thing. They're big enough where I can keep an eye on them and they're not going to sneak away or do anything sketchy. I don't like little bugs because if I'm honest, if it's big, at least I have two minds about it because I also don't want to deal with a giant bug. That sounds horrible. But as long as I can see it, I don't like when I don't know where they are. So if they're big, at least I can keep an eye on them. But dragonflies don't bother me the most. If it did try to touch me, I would cry though. Just is how I am. Was built this way, unfortunately. You'd think big bugs should be scarier, and honestly, in most cases, they would be. But like a big spider is scarier than a little spider to me. But a butterfly, being a kind of a large individual, usually not roaming in a pack kind of a bug, compared to say several smaller bugs, is less scary to me because I can watch the single butterfly and it's large enough, keep an eye on him, see what he's up to. Make sure he's not bothering me. Many little bugs? Where are they? Are they on me? Are they in my hair? I don't know why that's also specific fear is having a bug in my hair, and I don't know. I don't know why. I had an ant infestation 4 apartments ago. That was the worst. You want to know how deep my fear of bugs goes? I had a panic attack trying to sweep up the dead ants. They're dead already. I'm so afraid of even touching a dead bug. I don't know why. I know it can't do anything to me. My brain doesn't seem to compute, though. Even dead bugs. Once I've killed a spider, having to grab its little body in a tissue is still, like, anxiety-inducing. Thoughts about snakes? Dope. Super chill with snakes. Reptiles are awesome. Is that not normal? I mean, there are people that are not afraid of bugs. Don't know. They might be psychos, though. Might be psychopaths. I've never related to Shub more than right now. Why is touching a dead bug so scary? Someone figure that out for me because I don't get it. Do you think spiders with hats are cute? Nah, a hat doesn't really take the fear away from me. I wish it did, because that would be great, to just imagine all the bugs wearing little hats. Like how they tell you to get over your fear of public speaking. Imagine the room, everyone being in their underwear. Imagine all the bugs wearing a little hat. Maybe I'll try it. I'll let you know. I'll come back to you if imagining them all wearing little top hats makes things better for me or not. Maybe imagining a little top hat on every bug will make them less scary. You got a good enough imagination? Maybe it'll work. Imagine them with a little monocle. They have a little accent. Oh, this is kind of fun. Next bug I see, I'm kind of looking for one. I hope I don't find one. I don't know why I'm looking, because I don't want to find one. It's scary. It's scary. It's scary. Well, the coloring's way different when the glasses are not on. Oops, I colored it while the glasses were on. The glasses kind of tint things a bit yellowy orange. My hair is not... It's a bit warmer with the glasses on. Oops. Intended for it to be that way without my glasses being on. A magpie got into my living room once. I don't know what I would do if a whole bird got into my house. I'm not afraid of birds, but if it got into my home, what do you do? We used to get mice in my house on the East Coast every winter. They'd be looking for a place warm to stay, and they'd find a little way to weasel their way into my home. And then we'd have to get little traps to catch them and then go drive really far away to release them. I saw some magpies where was I when I got to meet some magpies? I think Sweden. I was in Sweden and I got to see some magpies. And there's like a thing where if you see 2 or you see 3 or you see 4, and I don't remember what it means, but it's fun. It's a fun thing. I think it was Sweden, because I remember Scott being there, and that's like one of the only other countries I've ever been to with Scott together. Well, now we've been to France also. But Sweden. Move out. If a whole bird gets into my house, that's not your house anymore. This is the bird's house. There's a video, I think it's actually old enough to have been a Vine rather than a TikTok, where the guy is removing an owl from his house, and it's sitting on his Swiffer, and he's moving it so slowly towards the open window, and this owl's like eyes wide, big. I think it was originally on Vine. I think it actually recently got reposted, but that's an old video that I do believe either came from Vine or even just like a Tumblr video, and someone put it on TikTok recently, but they were like just slowly guiding him towards the window, and this thing's eyes are bugging out. Eyes just bugging out, and I don't know what I would do. What do you do? Owls are cool, though. Owls are dope. But also terrifying, because our predators will swallow a rat whole and not think twice about it. Will spin their entire head around and will look through directly at your soul and judge you. That's terrifying. Rats. I live in New York. I got 3 roommates. 2 of them are rats. We eat pizza for dinner every night. The rent? $4,000 a second. Someone said they don't like capybaras, and you're wrong. Who doesn't like capybaras? Actually, every rodent is good, I think. $4,000. The second. We don't ask about the third roommate, though. We don't talk about that guy. We don't talk about him. Capybaras are so chill. They have no... correct me if I'm wrong. This is like one of them fun facts about capybaras I think that I've learned. They have no predators because they just aren't... No one's ever trying to kill them. Or is it where they live? There's nothing there that... There's no animal that's out there trying to eat them or anything. They're just chilling. They're just chill with everybody around them. And who wouldn't be chill with capybaras? They're awesome. I love those giant coconut hamsters. There's a coconut hamster. That's funny. Dude. 4,000. Oh, that's a good sign. What time is it? Oh my god, it's almost 11. That's one thing I'm not going to be able to get used to, and it's definitely a big adjust for me as a streamer. I love to stream early in the day. I love to stream at noon, get the sunlight, have my coffee fresh before I go live. Haven't really, that's how I start my day, gets all my early day energy out of me. But here, I have to go live at nighttime to be able to be live noon for the regular people who watch me. Most of the people who go live out here will go live late because everyone in America is 8 hours or so behind. But by this time, I'm already so beat from the day. I've already used up my energy. My coffee has worn off ages ago, except I actually did have one a few hours ago. That might be saving my ass right now. Nicole Rose, thank you for getting in for a hug. But I'm not used to, we used to do evening streams, but not quite this late, and not starting this late, where I've already, I'm spent for the day mostly. I'll just keep having you want to know the kind of coffee I had today that was only just a few hours ago? It was the kind that comes in a cup this big, which are the kinds that are the strongest. I had a very strong little cup of coffee, and that is going to carry me through the night. I do think I'm going to wrap up at about the 2-hour mark. I wanted to test everything out, see what kind of little things I need to fix, what kind of things I need to buy, what little adjustments I should make. I might play with the color a little bit more because now I'm realizing it is a bit warmer when my glass... It's pretty good though. I'm happy with it. Get just a couple fun things for the background, make it cozy. A plant. We love the pop of the little green pop of a plant. A little bit of life in here. I do miss my crispy camera, but this is still a better camera than the camera I had before the crispy camera. This is a really nice second camera to be streaming from. James, thank you for gifting another sub. Appreciate it. Black Clouds, thank you for subscribing. I might have missed that before. Sorry about it, but thank you so much for subscribing. I had a nice, strong, tiny cup of coffee. It wasn't actually an espresso, but it was a strong enough coffee that they served it to me in the itty-bittiest of cups. So I expect that to have been strong because that's usually how they serve strong coffee. Poi? Thank you for the prime. I'm sorry if that's not how you say that name. I'm not really sure. Thank you so much. I like it someone's telling me I had a cup of espresso. It wasn't an espresso, but it was a little cup of coffee. It was a different kind of coffee, though. I ordered it by its name. I just don't remember anymore. But it was strong. Probably had espresso in it, but it wasn't just an espresso. That might be what I do tomorrow, though, because that's really going to do the job, probably. Coffee. I had a cup of coffee. I live in New York. I got 3 roommates. 2 of them are rats. The rent. Wait, we eat pizza for dinner every night. Did I actually say coffee without doing the accent intentionally? Oops. That's a shame. New York. I think that I've started to do more of an accent. Like my normal one, but emphasized a lot more unintentionally because of how much I love to do this accent intentionally. I now say "wha" a lot more often than I did before. Although I've always had a little bit of a little New York twang, I'd say. I always said cough, I can't do it anymore. Coffee. I'm from New York. New Yorker here accent isn't that bad. That's because I'm from New Jersey. I do have a little bit of the awe in my like regular talking. I don't do that one. But I just like doing a really over-exaggerated version of it. But now it's actually slipping in even more in my regular speech. The little bit of an accent I already had from living by New York. North Jersey will take the accent from New York often, but not even that often, because most people in New Jersey don't have either accent. They don't have much of an accent as far as like American accents go. There isn't a New Jersey one. That anyone who's ever told you that there is one is a liar, because it's either the New York accent that drifts in from north, if you're from North Jersey, or you pick up a little bit of like some Pennsylvania Philly if you live in South Jersey, or you just don't have one because New Jersey doesn't actually have its own distinct accent for its region specifically much. I picked up a bit of that New York accent from my dad, who very much has it. My mom has it a bit, probably because they worked in the city, are around people that have that accent kind of all the time. North Jersey are the ones that'll get a little bit of that New York in them, but it's not because, it's not there's no New Jersey specific one, but that's why I have that accent. And it's fun to do. Is your hair naturally straight or wavy curly? I got curly hair. And boy, them curls are popping strong out here because of the, like, sea air. I did straighten my hair just before I went live because I didn't like how my hair looked after the day of having the wind and rain in it. But my curls were actually as little and tight as I've ever, like, the tightest and littlest curls I've ever seen them. I didn't know they could even be that curly, which is kind of fun and exciting. Hair is thriving, except then I straightened it. Except then I pressed heat into it. Do you have 3 roommates? Two of which are rats. I do, in fact, have 3 roommates, 2 of which are rats. We don't talk about the third guy, though. We don't talk about him. It's not even really too humid. I mean, I guess that's where the sea air comes in, but it's not like a warm humid. It's a wet sea air kind of an air, which is really getting the curlies going. So there's not much of a point in straightening my hair while I'm out here. So I'm probably not going to, unless I'm really bothered by how my hair looks before I stream, which I'm going to try not to be. What's your natural hair color? Very dark brown. Contrary to popular belief, this is not black. It is very dark, though. Hard to tell the difference, unless you're right in front of me. We don't talk about him. The thing with wavy, very curly hair, especially, is it just is hard to tame, and it is not ever the same 2 days in a row, and it's just so hard to manage it sometimes, so I just slam some heat in there and tame it down. My hair strains very easily. It's very fine. Doesn't take a lot of heat to do it, which makes me feel okay about doing it every once in a while. But I'm not going to do it too much out here because there is going to be literally no point to it. Have you seen Encanto yet? I saw it ages ago. I seen it when it first came out. It was so good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. James, thank you for gifting another sub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Curly hair is a pain. My hair is super thick, though. I think that's more commonly found among people who have curly hair. It's usually like you got a lot of hair and it's thick hair. I have not a lot of hair, and it's pretty thin, but it's very curly. I did get a new shampoo, though. So it starts with an N, and it's like an expensive brand, but it's been making my hair actually really noticeably thicker pretty immediately. It's actually really nice and working, and it's cool. And I've been taking biotin for a while. Maybe that's also helping. That's, is it Noxin? It's not Nexus. I know that's a different brand. Maybe it is, actually. No, it's not. It's not that one. It's a different one. But also, I think has an X in it. But it's not Noxus. I'm not really sure. Yeah. I didn't know. But it's been thickening up my hair really well. For having the little thin fine hair. Ooh. Did you move to the UK? No, we are just here visiting. I still live in LA. Me and my cat. I love my apartment. When I go back, I'm gonna just buy like Nioxin. That's it, I think. That's a brand of hair shampoo. They have like a 3-step system, and it makes your hair thick. It's really nice. When I get back to LA, I'm going to buy the like media console table, the final piece of furniture that I need. I'm just going to buy one that's available because the 2 that I've found so far that I really like aren't in stock. I'm just going to find one that's in stock close enough. I'm going to paint it red because that's going to be that whole wall that it's on is going to be full of red stuff. And I'm going to be done. I'm going to store all the last of the box stuff in that cabinet. I'm going to get a bunch of little red decorative knickknacks, and my apartment will be done. I'm going to get more plants. That'll happen over time. When I get this cabinet, at the very least, I think I'd be ready enough to show a tour, but I will always accumulate more fake plants. Fake ones, though, specifically. How long will you live in the... I don't live in the UK. I do not live here. How did you know what you wanted to devote yourself to? I like helping people, and I figured that out. That's a good question. I didn't start doing streaming because it was something I wanted to devote myself to. It was just a hobby that I didn't even know could be a job yet at all. But what I found out through streaming is that what I do like to do and would like to devote myself to is helping as many people as possible. And if I ever left my whole career in any type of digital media entirely at all, I would go to school to be a therapist. I like being able to help people. It is my favorite thing that brings me joy. People type plants with a Z. Fake plants. We love fake plants. I like being able to be helpful. I like being able to hear people's feelings and like be able to speak to them, be able to have any kind of a helpful... I wouldn't give advice. I can give some advice, but I would also warn that I don't actually know the absolute best thing. But if I ever learn to be a therapist, then I'd actually be able to give advice where I could be like, this is certainly the way that you can be helped, and I can't do that right now, but I'd like to know the best way to help people. Do you find yourself subconsciously psychoanalyzing people? Not in such a deep way. If someone is coming to me looking for advice or help, I'll try my best with the most knowledge that I have to help them, but I'm not going to just any random person who's just speaking to me like a person start trying to suss out any kind of issues. I think that's important to have that kind of distinction, especially if someone is a therapist. You don't just start doing therapy on strangers or even thinking about it. You got to separate because that's work at that point, and you don't do that to just anyone you're talking to. Suss out issues. Listen. That's like my plan when I hit 35. If I don't know what is next for me and I'm not like feeling staying in this space in some type of way, whether as a streamer or even as a behind the scenes type of person, there's so many doors that can open when you have, like, I know how to do so many things now. I know how to do video editing. I know how to do photo editing. I know how to do social media management. I know how to do a lot of stuff. And if I decided I didn't want to be in this space at all, 35 is when I plan to have my evaluation of where my life is at, and do I want to go back to school and go be a therapist, or continue working in this field in some way, or to still be a streamer. Maybe I'll still be streaming at 35. I don't know. But that's where, when I get to that age, I'm going to evaluate where I am and where I want to go. Until then, we be streaming and making YouTube videos. Subscribe! If money wasn't an object, where would you move and why? LA. I would buy a house. I would just buy a house in LA. If money wasn't an object, I would just buy a house in LA already. Preferably. I mean, shoot, if money isn't an option, I'll buy one house in LA. I'll buy one house in Brighton or in the area of Brighton or Hove or one next door. I forget the name of it already. I forgot the name. Anywhere close enough to buy. I could buy a house in also New York and then travel between all three. Bro, if money's not an option, that opens way too much. Is Scott still planning on getting married for the benefits, or... Listen, that's when Scott hits 30 or 35. I don't remember. We'll see where we're at then. We'll see where both of us are at. You would live in New York? I would, actually. If I could have multiple houses, because money's not an option and I could travel between them, I'd love to have even just a place to rent have an apartment in New York and a house in LA, and maybe even just an apartment out in Brighton. Yeah, I'd actually probably sooner rent than buy a bunch of houses. I don't know, but money's not an option, so why stop at renting? Who knows? What's your favorite YouTube series that you've participated or made? I usually don't answer that because I can't ever pick a favorite. I love so many different things that I've done. However, Empires is unlike any other, and I really loved the character that I've built. I loved all the builds that I literally built. I've never built anything that I've been so happy with. An entire kingdom at that. I'm so happy with what we made on Empires. So much. But also, I'm a sucker and will always love the original story of Agents Shed. I will always love that. That was such a fun story to tell and make up, and just that was more improv, which was really fun. Improv comedy, you might call it. Dude, I'd love to have so many apartments all over the place. I'd love to have apartments everywhere. Money's not an option. Let me have an apartment all over. We love a good improv moment. That was all of the series was just, we had like a loose idea of where we were going with it and then just goofing off. Will you ever bring back a series like Avenue? I don't know if I'd ever host my own SMP again. Maybe under the right circumstances, but I have no plans to currently because right now we're in Empires. We have other plans of stuff we're going to be doing for different series. I don't have any plans to have my own SMP anytime soon. I cannot hydrate for you because I didn't bring water into the room, but I will chug so much after the stream is over, I promise. Have you been to Australia? I have been to Australia just once. Oh, I'm spinning. The room leans this way. Can you tell? Oh, I'm going too far. That was a fun trip. That was a long time ago though. But I have been once, and it was cool. I went to PAX Australia. I went to a couple other different events that were happening at the same time. There were like a couple gaming conferences happening. But that was neat. Would like to go back because that was such a long time ago. I did a long flight. That's a very long trip. I will drink 1 gallon of water when we're done here. I just forgot to bring a bottle of water into the room. I'll get one. I'll get one later. And for the next time, I'll make sure I remember. I knew when I was getting ready upstairs to do that, and then I forgot to bring it down with me. I'm moving apartments next week. Moving advice. I don't have very good moving advice. That's not the kind of advice that's not the kind of helpful advice I usually can offer that I was talking about. But my advice, if you can afford it, spend as much as you are willing and have everyone do everything for you. Pay movers. If you do the packing yourself, that's easy enough. I have had, my last move was the easiest experience of my life. I packed everything into boxes myself. I did it the day before. Everyone thought I was insane for that, but I didn't need more time than one day. I also just am as a person who doesn't own a lot of things, but absolutely so worth the money to just pay movers to move the stuff into the truck, drive it, and then move it off of the truck and place the furniture where it needs to go. But that isn't very good advice if you just don't have the money to do that. That's the best advice I have, but that's not really the kind of advice I was meaning that I can offer. But I definitely recommend spending as much as you can to just have people do all the things for you. Especially the driving the moving truck part. Because I did try to do a U-Haul once and have friends help me move. And then I also did this once where I got movers. But I did the U-Haul and then I paid people to help do the moving. It wasn't worth it. It's just worth it to spend all the money on them doing all of the things. Because I could not drive the U-Haul, and I had H drive the U-Haul, and he also was very bad at driving the U-Haul, so much that the people who helped me move ended up having to do it, even though it was not allowed, and we're not going to let U-Haul know that. And this was years ago, so they can't do anything about it now. But I was not equipped for driving a U-Haul at all. The Atomic Angel, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm just gonna always pay movers every time. I'm just gonna splurge on it. It's worth it. And I can do the packing as long as and pack everything. Don't leave anything behind being like, I'll just take it in my car. I'll get it on my own next. Don't just have them move everything. You're paying them already. That's the only advice I can give on that. I can do better life advice than I can do stuff like that. I'm not a professional mover, so I don't know. IRL risk soon. I mean, I don't know about here. I don't have plans for that. But I did have an IRL game of Risk with Joey and Megan, and we didn't finish. And Mika. It was me, Joey, Megan, and Mika. We were playing Risk. This was like the day before I flew out here. And we didn't finish the game because we actually ended up in a bit of a stalemate. But I had some undercover dealings that I was about to like execute some plans. And I was going to win that game. But we didn't finish playing. I was so literally about to win that game. I had all of Europe again. I went for that strat rather than America, but then I was also owning half of the United States and I owned half of Asia. And I have my defense strong in Europe. I was about to take all of Africa, and then I was going to go take all of South America. I was literally going to win the game, but we didn't finish playing. We just stopped. Ella Sohm, thank you for the year. Appreciate you subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, if you have any questions, don't yell them at me. I do get a little yelling energy from all caps messages. Also, remember not to spam the same thing over and over again. If I didn't answer, we can move on. For whatever reason or no reason, we gonna move on. The only person who could beat you is Sneak, I guess. He's insane at that game. But I was also playing very nicely. And I'm not just saying that because I didn't win. Very obviously, during the stream, I was playing too nicely against the boys. And I would like to actually, now that I know also to keep an eye on Sneak because he is so good at it, I would like to play again with that group. And I will not hold back. I will not play nice. I will annihilate James if I have to. Hello, anyone who still came in on his stream. I will wipe him off the board if I have to at the beginning of the game. But also when you're streaming, it's hard because you don't want to do that. And then that's how you end up letting go of the potential win you might have had. But Lisa L. Pizza, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the Prime. You gotta have no feelings. You gotta just wipe them out. But also, you kind of have to have a little bit of feelings because you're streaming, and that's no fun to just kind of knock somebody out right at the beginning of the game. I don't know. I just didn't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. Get his ass. We'll see. If we play again, we'll see how the dice are rolled. They also like to play the game with the version where you select each region one at a time, rather than do random, which is more like how the actual game is played. You're supposed to do all random territories for everybody. That makes more sense to me to play that way, but they like to play the other way, and that's fine, but I have to adjust my play style that way. And I liked actually taking all of Europe. Usually my strat is take all of America. I've always won Risk every game I've ever played until playing with Sneak, and then also that one round with Lauren and Joey and Megan. I lost the first one, but to be fair, I was also playing very nicely because Lauren wasn't super familiar with how to play, and I also didn't want to wipe her out at the absolute very beginning of the game when we were all live streaming. That's no fun. Who would want to do that? But next time, no survivors. I'm winning. And I think I'm going to count the last time that I played Risk in person as a win because if we had continued to play the game, I would have won. If we had finished it, but Joey wasn't winning, so he didn't want to finish the game. And Mika likes to play board games that are like group working together ones. And those have been some of the absolute most fun board games that I've ever played, are ones that she's explained the rules of, like, you work together to win the game, to defeat the monster. I like those. Those are fun because then I don't have to actually try. And every time I play a board game, I go in like, I'm just here to have a good time. But I am actually just trying, but I don't want anyone to know that because if I lose, then I don't want to say that I was really trying. But I like the kind where it's kind of like a D&D campaign. You work together with the characters that you get. I forget what games we were playing, like the names of them to give you ideas of these board games if you wanted to play them with your friends. But those are the fun kind to play with as characters where you work together to defeat the monster of the board. You know what else is really fun? I like Catan a lot, but there's also an expansion of Catan. I forget which one I played. There's a few. There's multiple ones. There's a really good expansion that there's like an overarching enemy to everybody that you kind of all don't want to get involved with. It affects the whole board, but then you're also playing against each other. It's not the Seafarers one that I played. It's the other one that they have. There are two, I think it's like Knights and something. The Seafarer one seems cool too, but I never played that one. I'd like expanded Catan though, because I really like Cities and Knights. That's the one. That was so much fun. It was really, really confusing to learn at the beginning. We had to watch a bunch of YouTube videos to understand how the rules work. And you have to get more victory points to win the game, which takes a lot longer. But that was really fun. I like Catan a lot. I don't think anyone likes Catan as much as I do. I'm glad people like Risk as much as I do these days, though, because that was my favorite. Have you played Mansions of Madness? No, I've never heard of that one. If somebody said the name of the group game that we had played with monsters in it, I probably would know. It had the Jersey Devil in it, was one of the monsters for the last one that we had played. Ticket to Ride, also very good game. That's really good. I like that game a lot, actually. It's kind of like Catan, but more simplified, and there's no resources to be going for. You're just making roads for your trains, and I really like that game a lot. My nose is itchy. What content do you take first in Risk? Again, if you're playing the way that the board game plays, you all get random starting regions, right? Rather than when you play online, you can do the mode where you choose one at a time which ones you want. Usually people just take whole continents immediately at the beginning of the game. Playing the way that the board game is meant to be played, where it's all random, usually I take North America. That's always my strat, and I've won every single time that I had done that playing the board game. Europe is another one. A lot of people do the Australia strat, but I've taken that strat down every time. So I don't do that strat because it has a weakness. There's a hole in it that I know. I don't know that that's true, but I usually just take North America and I always win. But Australia is a popular strat. But again, it depends on, because it's random, which like little territories you get at the beginning of the game. It's a random draw. You kind of just have to go with whichever continent you have the most pieces on, right? You have to play that way. So I like to take all of North America and win from there, but the last time I played in person with Joey and Megan, like the actual board game, most of my pieces were in Europe. You take Europe because it's random. You don't get to choose. Diana, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just got out of my bowling game. Did you win? We won, they said. Are you on a team? That's exciting. I was on a bowling team. Have I ever told you about back when I was in high school? I was on a varsity bowling team. Obscurio? Ooh, I've never heard about that. We love playing board games when we go to Joey's. We love the group ones, but we just love playing board games. We always have board game nights, and then we order like pizza or Chinese food, Thai food, and we'll go in the hot tub later. We'll do s'mores, or sometimes we order milkshakes and watch a movie. Those are the girls' nights that we have at Joey's. That's me, Mika, Megan, and Joey. Those are girls' nights. Big board game fans. I also played this Blockbuster game recently. That one was really hard for me because I don't know very many movies. And in this game, there's a bunch of different categories of movies that you're guessing. And me and Megan were a team the first time we played it. And all of the ones that I had guessed correctly for our team were all the sci-fi category. They were all Marvel movies and space and Star Wars. Those are the only ones that I knew. Every other movie in that game I hadn't seen, so I didn't know. I'm not a good movie knower. But if it's sci-fi, I got you. We lost. Yeah, me and Megan lost. Safe to say, we lost. Agricola? Is that a different one? It's like Catan, but slightly more confusing. We always use Mika to tell us the rules of games because me and Megan have tiny brains and don't usually know how to read instructions for board games. I'd more understand it from a video. I'd have to watch a video explanation and then play it to figure it out. But I can figure out how confusing Knights and whatever, Cities and Knights is incredibly confusing for Catan, but I figured it out eventually. Couldn't teach anybody how to play it now, though. I also don't remember if I would know how to play it. Clue, also very good board game. Losing Mallard, thank you for the 2 months. I really appreciate it. Popcat, thank you for subscribing. But are you a Marvel fan? That's how I knew these movies. That's how I was guessing every Marvel movie and Star Wars movie. Of course I am. If I wasn't a movie watcher but was only getting all the sci-fi movies like Marvel and Star Wars, why, of course I'm a fan. Those are just the only ones I knew. There were actually a lot of movies in that game that I did know, but I didn't expect to know. Most of them I didn't know, though. I just haven't seen any of it. There's so many movies I haven't seen. But if it's a sci-fi Marvel movie, I got you. I got you. Have you played Exploding Kittens? Yes, that's actually also a really, really fun, like, good group party game. That's really fun. That's a good time. Have you played One Night Werewolf? Is that just Werewolf? Is that the full name of that game, or is that a different game? Werewolf, another really fun game. We played so many board games at Joey's house. There's so many that I would have never known the name of them, and if I said them, you guys would be like, oh, this is really obscure, really not mainstream board games, really hipster board games. It's a card game of Werewolf? I thought Werewolf was a card game. Isn't Werewolf a card game? Originally? I only knew it as a card game, personally. But that's all I knew it as. So I don't know. Have you ever played Just Dance? Me and my sister had that as kids, and we loved that game. I also really loved the Wii Fit. I liked games where you get to move around, but I really loved doing yoga on the Wii Fit. That was number one favorite game. Not number one favorite game. RuneScape will always be my number one favorite game. But I just loved doing yoga on the Wii Fit. I would always 100% everything. It is a card game? Yeah, okay. I don't understand. Werewolf is a card game. And always was a card game? I don't understand why we needed the distinction. I don't remember anymore. Skylanders on the Wii. I only ever really played Wii Sports and Wii Fit on the Wii. And then I never touched it again. Those were good, though. Dude, bowling on the Wii Sports and tennis. We peaked with gaming when we came out. Why don't we have those? Do we have those on, like, the Switch? Because you have still, like, the motion controlling aspect. Because bowling on Wii Sports was so dope. And tennis were so much fun. Those were just good quality games. How many card games have you played? I don't know. A lot. I wouldn't know how many. Just many. Is Werewolf like Mafia? I've never played Mafia. I know Werewolf, but I've never played Mafia, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Have you had any bad jet lag? Not yet. Coming here, I said it earlier, I never have too much of a problem coming here. It's always going home. I have more of a problem. Wii Fit or Wii Fit Plus? I don't know the difference. What's on the Wii Fit Plus? What's the difference? Did I even have that? I'm not really sure. Wii Boxing. That was fun too. There were so many good Wii Sport games. Bring back Wii Sports on the Switch? Maybe. Do we have that? We should be. Are you a 90s child? I am. I was born in 93. I know. I'm old. I'm the oldest of most of my friends that are online friends. I miss the days hanging out with my school friends because I'm the youngest of anyone of my grade. But now I've become the older friend. The old friend. half the rooms I'm in hanging out with my friends from online. I'm the oldest one in. It's no fun. I was the youngest of my friends back home. 100 pin bowling and Wii Sports 100 pin bowling, where you do the thing where it was 99 pin. You go all the way to the end. Then you tilt it ever so slightly this way, like 2 ticks. And then you release it onto the side. Goes all the way back past the pins into the back of everything. Something clicks and then all 99 pins fall down from the center. I loved doing that. Everyone knew about doing that trick. Unless you didn't know about it, then you were out of the loop. But pretty much everyone knew how to do that trick, but I would do it every time, and it was so impressive, I thought, every time. Because sometimes if you don't do it exactly, you miss, and then it's embarrassing because you get 0. But you can get all 99 by going all the way to the side, tick it like 2 times to the left, throw it down the side, not even on the gutter, but like up on the side, and then it like a big boom happens, and all the pins fall down from the center. It's cool. I don't know who taught me that secret. Maybe not everyone did know that. That's kind of cool. I was in the know. Maybe I was cool once in my life, and it was when I knew that secret in Wii Bowling. And that was the only time I peaked then. I'm one of the youngest in my grade and one of the last alphabetically. That was me. I was almost all the way to the end alphabetically, and I was always one of the absolute youngest of everyone in my grade because my birthday is the end of August, and I think most cutoffs for school is like end September, early October before they just get bumped to the next grade. So I was the absolute youngest of all my friends, everyone in my grade, and then all my friends online just ended up being younger than me for the most part. Although this is like, I've been in the Minecraft community for a very, very long time, and all my friends from the Minecraft community like 5-8 years ago were my age or older, but now all of the new friends that I've made from the same community I've just still been in are coming in younger, and so now I just ended up being one of the older people in my group of friends. Oh, Anxiety, thank you for the Prime. Cobra Stardust, thank you for subscribing. Same end of August, baby. Yeah. There were a couple people younger than me that were born in September. I think the cutoff is usually October, like October 1st or something. And then you go on to the next grade, and then you're the oldest of your class. I am a Minecraft veteran. I've been here for so long. I peaked then literally going to France multiple times for her job. Okay, you know what? That's fair. You got me. You got me there. I was humbling myself, but thank you for hyping me back up. The opposite of I need to be humbled, I need to be hyped back up. Doing the most for me, thank you. Oh boy. All right, dudes, I think I am going to wrap up. I think that's what we're going to call it for today. We have done a good 2 hours of chatting, and I'm going to really quick grab the hugs that I missed. I think we got all the subs and the bits. Thank you everyone who subscribed, gifted subs, sent bits in the first place. I appreciate you, but don't worry if you were not able to. I appreciate you being here in the first place at all so much. So thank you for joining. Thanks for handling the tech issues with me and bearing with me with my little like half setup. Faith, we're doing hugs. Hannah, Rachel, Willow, that's not a hug. Other one might not have been, I didn't pay attention. Vamp Kiss, I think I read that one, that's okay. Nicole Rose, these are not hugs. And Flaming Rose, everyone bring it in for a hug. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for being cool. I'm gonna weasel my way back over here with the mouse. That doesn't really fit where I've left it. And I'm gonna have you guys go raid Sylvie, who's playing Uno, which I love Uno. I don't think anybody else ever really does. Let's go see how Sylvie feels about Uno, because I think it's really funny when people are streaming it and they hate it. G. Ellie, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Oh, gosh. I think we're going to have to let this one just pass. I'm going to get this raid started. Thank you guys for hanging. Thanks for chilling. We know what we need for hopefully, I don't know about the exactly next stream being able to play Minecraft yet, but at least hopefully after that. Hey V, thank you for the Prime. Thanks for subscribing. Go be the absolute nicest people in Sylvie's chat. If you don't know the rules, ask your mods. Don't break them by accident. And go bring your good vibes. And thank you for your good vibes here today. I'll see you guys all soon. We'll see what kinds of changes we've made or not made by then, whenever that might be. It might be tomorrow. I might actually just go live again tomorrow at the same time. I want to try and stick to my schedule, but obviously I am traveling, so it's going to be a little bit hard. And we have a little bit of tech stuff to work out. Anyway, I'll see you guys all soon. Goodbye, everybody!